Hello students, today in this video we are going to see the chemistry chapter, the S block elements, okay, S block alkali metals. We are going to see the points to ponder in S block elements, the two alkali metals, okay, alkali metals. Now see, let's start. First point number 1, it is we are going to see with the density, okay. How is density related with mass and volume? Can you see it? Yeah, think of it. I'm going to write now. Have you got the answer? Yeah, absolutely. Density is mass by volume. Correct? Okay. Now, from this you can predict that density is inversely proportional to volume. Inversely proportional means one decrease, one increase, one increase, one decrease, like that. Oppositely, they are matched with each other. So density is inversely proportional to volume. Volume is a relative measurement of size, correct, size of the particular particle. Now if you take the group series down the group, okay, down the group, that size increases, this like the size increases, no, so the volume increases down the group, then density decreases down the group. So the least density element is lithium. What is the density? It is 0.534 gram per centimeter cube. This is the least density element is lithium. Keep this in mind. Next, so last element of the alkali metals is what? Francium is a radioactive element. We won't consider for these properties or not. The last element is cesium. Okay, cesium, the density is 1.90. Highest, least density means highest density. Highest density is cesium. Okay, it is 1.90 gram per centimeter cube. Are you clear with this point? Now, next the property is melting point and the boiling point. How is melting point and boiling point related with the size? As the, if I take lithium and lithium, okay, now I will write this. The second point is melting point and boiling point, okay. Now clear? Next, this melting point, if you see, now I am taking the lithium atom and the lithium atom. Now this is cesium atom and cesium atom, okay. Now they have their own radius, correct. Now I am attaching this, the bond is formed, metallic bond is formed, metallic bond, okay. The melting point and boiling point, it depends on this metallic bond. Are you clear? See, understand the concept, you need not to mark up, okay. Now metallic bond, if you see with lithium and lithium atom, the distance between their nucleus is this much. If you see cesium and cesium atom bonding together, the center point is this much. You know this, as the distance increases, the bond weakens, correct. So this much is the distance over here. Which is the weaker one? Yeah, absolutely, this is the weaker one. So as we come down, the melting point decreases. The same what boiling points in alkali metals, it is easy, there is no exceptions in a melting point and boiling point, okay. As regularly they decrease down the group, decrease, you write like this, decrease down the group, the melting point and boiling point, both they decrease down the group. So highest melting point is lithium, lowest melting point is cesium. Are you clear? I compared the first element and the last element, okay. Now the third property I'm going to tell you is metallic bond strength. That's what I told you here. This metallic bond strength. Okay, metallic bond strength is what determining the melting point and boiling point. Are you clear? Now, hydration enthalpy. Hydration enthalpy. So, most of the students are confused with this hydration enthalpy. What is this hydration enthalpy? See here, hydration enthalpy. Okay. Now, you take the same way I comparing the lithium and cesium, because in middle atoms, okay, I take one middle atom like what shall I take? I take rubidium. Now see, if you see lithium, it is small as compared to cesium. As compared to rubidium, as compared to rubidium, cesium is larger. As compared to lithium, cesium is larger. Now they are immersed in water. Okay, they are immersed in water. So as the water molecules like this, they are, okay, water molecules. As the size is decreasing, the water molecules can accumulate large over them. Okay, large over them. Like here, if you see in cesium, the same amount you take. Now I am taking here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 molecules of water. Here also 5 molecules of water. Here also 5 molecules of water. So if 5 molecules of water, they can accumulate more in. That means come more closer to the atom. If you see cesium 5, the same way 5 molecules I take. The same way 5 molecules, but the space covered by these molecules is less. The attraction between the communication between the cesium and this water molecules is less, but lithium and this water molecules is more, and rubidium the same way. Somewhat as compared to cesium, rubidium is better connection with water molecules. Okay, now clear? So this is what hydration enthalpy. As to what energy is produced or required for this water molecules to get attracted towards this particular metal. This is what hydration enthalpy. Okay, as lithium has more hydration enthalpy, okay, lithium has more hydration enthalpy. The value can give is -506 kg per mole. That's the unit, no, enthalpy unit, kg per mole. And for cesium, it is -276. For rubidium, it is -310. Okay, clear? So compare this hydration enthalpies. The negative signs indicates the exothermic reaction, the energy released. Okay, this much energy is released in lithium. Okay, this much energy is only released in cesium. So high hydration enthalpy is with lithium. Okay, so lithium is mostly available in hydrated forms. Okay, clear? Next point is need to write the order, no, the ions order. So that is lithium ion is more greater than sodium, and it is greater than potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay, clear? See, this is the correct order. There is no exception case. More hydration enthalpy is with lithium, least is cesium. Okay, I gave you the explanation also. Next point is photoelectric effect. Fourth point. Okay, fourth point, photoelectric effect. Are you clear with me? Photoelectric effect. What is photoelectric effect? Simple understanding. It is a phenomenon. Okay, it's a happening. that is emission of electrons, emission, the going of electrons from the surface by exposing it to visible light. Now I taking a particular atom, particular element like you say cesium. Cesium. So this cesium is exposed to visible light. Means red, violet, green, like that. Any visible light. Okay. Um, this visible light is exposed to this particular element. The outermost electron is there, no? They are emitted out. So during the emission, okay, this phenomenon is known as photoelectric effect. Okay, lithium won't show photoelectric effect, no photoelectric effect. Cesium and potassium, okay, for small size I have to draw now. Okay, so potassium and cesium are best photoelectric effect showing elements. Okay, I will tell why, the reason is in a separate video. Potassium and cesium are best elements to show photoelectric effect. Okay, so keep this in mind. They are no for photoelectric effect, they are yes for photoelectric effect. They are no. Okay, clear? So keep this in mind. So only they are used as electrodes in electrochemistry. Okay. Next, the fifth point is, we will start with the chemical properties. Okay, this all the physical properties. Now we are going to start with the chemical properties. That's what the fifth point. That is the reactivity towards air. Reactivity towards air. Okay. Now, start with the first element, lithium. Lithium alone react with oxygen and form lithium dilithium oxide. This is normal oxide. Okay, oxide. This is normal oxide. The oxidation state for this oxide is O -2. Okay, clear? Now, sodium react with oxygen to form sodium disodium dioxide, that is disodium peroxide. Okay, sodium peroxide, you can say simply. This is oxygen O -1, the oxidation state. Next is M we will put. This M may represent 3 elements, the rest of the 3 elements of this group, that is potassium, rubidium, cesium. Clear? Potassium, rubidium, cesium. These 3 elements, if react with oxygen, form superoxides, that is MO2. This is super oxide. The oxidation state